If you guys are lacking coins throughout Team of the Season, then check out IG Vault with the link down below. It's so easy to buy for them, and they're by far the quickest site around. They even update you as your coins go in. Use code Kurt for 6% off. What's up guys, Curtis here and welcome to a brand new FIFA 16 video. Today we are back on FIFA 16. I know the last one we were looking at some FIFA 17 potential stuff, but today I wanted to go and do a cheeky little squad builder around some of the best players from the Euros so far. As you can tell by the title, as I said, we are going to be looking at this point the best players almost at the end of match day 2. Now, once again guys, in case you missed it the other day, I want to let you know that at 2 PM today during the Belgium and Ireland game, I'm going to be on the Crowd Scores app having a general chat in the comments. So if you want to come and have a chat with me, talk about the England game, then make sure to download the Crowd Scores app in the link down below. Go to the comment section and look out for Curtis Morton on there. Of course, I want to do as much Euro-based content because I'm not sure about you guys, but I am personally literally loving it. I've spent pretty much the entire last week sat in there just watching football. It's been great. Shame about the lack of first half goals, but I feel like I've got a fairly decent grasp on it. I missed the first few days of my brother's wedding, but I pretty much feel like I've covered most of the games to be able to tell you guys who I think has been the best 18 players or so throughout the tournament. Now, before we get into the starting 11, I'm just going to quickly cut through the bench. A few real quick players. Obviously, Hamsik, I think it's been fantastic. It's been so instrumental for Slovakia. They've been one of my surprise little packages of the tournament. I think they've done really well. His goal was amazing at the weekend. So good. Well, not on the weekend. What was it? Thursday, Wednesday. Such a good goal. Absolutely top drawer. And if Slovakia are going to do anything against England, he will be key. He could maybe give us a bit of issues. Next up, we have Hal Dawson. This guy somehow managed to do such a good job against Portugal. They've got the draw. The only thing is I feel like he's such a funny looking guy. Like he had short sleeve goalie shirt and it just looked weird. He's got a very weird face structure. I don't know if you guys thought that at all. But he had a good game, and for Iceland to get a point is pretty amazing. Bogdan Stanku, fair play to him. He's current joint top scorer now. May have netted 2 penalties, but in Euros, no player I think has ever scored 2 penalties in actual time, not in shootouts. So fair play. That's a pretty impressive feat to actually, like, such an important time for Romania to get those chances and actually put away his pens. That's a fair play. This one is not supposed to be this guy. Obviously, it's supposed to be the Slovakian vice. Obviously, the same as Hamsik. I couldn't decide, but so I thought I'd put them both in on the bench. In my opinion, he's been brilliant. Of course, he used to play for City. He's playing, I believe, in Qatar or China. One of those, money-oriented leagues at the moment. I think it's Qatar, I'm pretty sure. But I think he's been really impressive. I think he's done a good job. Sazlai, fair play to the guy. He's had a good game for Hungary. Hungary, a bit of a surprise package, in all honesty. I did miss the Hungary game, but from what I've seen, he's been pretty impressive. And Granit Xhaka, I know you guys are going to say I'm only putting this in because he's Arsenal now, but he's got the man of the match for Switzerland in both of their games, and that's a pretty impressive feat. I was really impressed with him watching him, and as an Arsenal fan watching him play, I was actually really happy. I know obviously the first game was only against Albania, but still he's looked really impressive and I'm super happy about that. And obviously before their second game this could change. There could be someone else that stands out tomorrow against Belgium, but he really impressed me the other day in their 1-1 draw. But without further ado, let's get into our starting 11. I'm sure this is where you guys the really interesting things happen. Now, I will also say I had built this team earlier on in the day, and Hamsik was actually in the starting 11, so you'll see who I switched them out for shortly. And let me know down below who you think has been your players of the tournament so far. If I miss any, put them in the comments down below, because of course everyone's got varying opinions. But first up, Buffon. He's been great. He's not conceded a goal. He's had a good tournament. I've been impressed with him. Obviously, he's a legend. He is, I think, the oldest player. No, he can't be the oldest player. He's something along those lines where he's, obviously right up there because he's, 38? Unbelievable scenes, and fair play to him. He's been absolutely fantastic, ever present in that Juventus team, and yeah, absolute legend. Next up is Bonucci. This is the only 2 Italian players I've got in here. Some people may say Eder deserved it, but personally, I don't think he's been that good. Obviously, he got a good goal, but Bonucci has again impressed me, particularly against Belgium. So solid at the back. The whole back line was great, but Bonucci really stood out to me. And that's all I'm going to say on him. That's all I'm going to say. I think he's had a fantastic tournament. Next up in the middle is Boateng. He was fantastic for Germany, especially with his little goal line clearance. It was absolutely madness. I'm sure you guys saw it as he's falling backwards. What a clearance. It's unbelievable how he's managed to pull it off. I cannot just begin to imagine how he's managed to do it. It was literally millimetres from being a goal. Like, to fall backwards, get such a connection on it. But not only that, he pulled off some ridiculous tackles. I mean, against Poland, I think it was Lewandowski was through on goal, and he pulled off the most ridiculous tackle. I personally think he's probably been the best defender of the tournament so far. He's really thoroughly impressed me. The last of the centre-backs is actually Macaulay, and I am genuinely going to play a game with this team for once, lads. So just a heads up, I will be changing the formation in a minute too. But Macaulay had a fantastic game for Northern Ireland. They, of course, got their 2-0 win, which is absolutely massive for them. He chipped in with a goal, and he had a really solid, just a decent game in defence. It's obviously well-disciplined, playing for West Brom. There's a very defensive side this year, and he's had a fantastic game, and I'm sure he will be very happy with that. On the right-hand side, sadly, I couldn't fit him in like his preferred position, but we have Kyle Walker. There's no doubt he's honestly impressed me. By far, one of the most impressive England players across the two games. Him, Lallana and Rooney have probably impressed me the most. And obviously, when Sturridge and Vardy came on, obviously had a huge impact. But Walker, both games, he was doing such a good job. Every time he got the ball on that right-hand side, he looked threatening. It looked like he's got the ball at his feet and he's actually going to do something. He's not just going to run into just a dead end. He was taking on players. He was making chances. His crosses weren't perfect. That was one thing. Hopefully throughout the tournament his crosses improved. But he just looked so dangerous and he was really... It was actually making something from England. Danny Rose was alright on the left-hand side, but I think Walker was absolutely fantastic on the right. Now, before I go into the rest of my midfielders, because this technically counts, and I will go on for this, I honestly think Rooney has been fantastic. I could technically put him in this position, but we'll mix it up in a minute. But Rooney has honestly, again, genuinely impressed me. I think he's had a fantastic tournament. I did not expect him to be anywhere near as good as he was in centre mid for England. I'm so happy that finally it's freeing up that striker position so that we can play our Vardy, our Sturridges, our Kane throughout the tournament and just see how it gets on. But to have him further back, I feel like he's been so instrumental. He's been such a true leader. The passion he had on the 2-1 goal. Some people may not like him, but I honestly am so happy that he's found his role in England. It's something that for the last 8 years he hasn't really done. So I'm so happy that he's properly fitting in the squad, and I honestly think he's been one of the players of the tournament, definitely for England. Now, next up we have Luka Modric. Watching the Croatian game, both of their games, I have been so impressed with the whole Croatian squad and particularly Luka Modric. Now, I'm sure you guys watched Czech Republic versus Croatia. Croatia were 2-0 up and it was one of the most comfortable games I've seen in the entire tournament. Probably before the Spain game, I'd honestly rank this as the most comfortable game. And then Luka Modric came off the pitch. It collapsed. Literally, the difference without Luka Modric, of course, the flares obviously had a big effect on the Croatian players. In the last 10 minutes, they did kind of capitulate. But Modric was so influential in that squad, and he has impressed me so much this tournament, so there is no doubt that he deserves to be in this team. Now, this is kind of a little bit more for his first game performance, and I'm sure he'll go into the tournament more throughout. But Toni Kroos has impressed me again massively. Obviously, he's an incredible player. You wouldn't be have so many different accolades and all this incredible stuff, but he's really impressed me this tournament. He was, without a doubt, one of the standout players in the Germany squad. Ozil had played that fantastic assist for Schweinsteiger, but I feel like in general, Kroos has just been involved in everything. Anywhere you look, Kroos is flying in, making a tackle, pinging it around. Like, he has genuinely impressed me, and he's been one of the better players. Now, talking to Mesut Ozil, of course, that means we have to come on to Dimi Payet. He's had a fantastic tournament already. I mean, he was a little bit lucky with his second goal of the tournament. Obviously, just kind of the slip of the other French player made it forward to him. I think it was Gignac. But fantastic take on the two players and ping it in the bottom right. And of course, his first winner in the first game. He's been amazing. And for France and West Ham fans alike, I mean, there's rumours this could be his last season at West Ham because obviously such an amazing performance throughout this Euros. If he continues it, he's definitely going to be on the eyes of a lot of players. And Real Madrid especially love to pick up anyone that does well at the tournament. I mean, James Rodriguez had that good World Cup. They paid crazy money for him. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to West Ham for like 60 mil or something at the end of the Euros. But away from the fantastic Payet, we have Andres Iniesta. The man now has 2 man of the matches from both the games, so a man of the match in each game. And he also got the man of the match in the Euro 2012 final. So he's got man of the match in his last 3 Euros games. That's not bad. But of course, he's part of a Spain squad that has barely conceded any goals in a long period of time. I think they haven't conceded in maybe 560 minutes now, and they've conceded 1 in 16 hours. The stats may be slightly wrong, but that's what I've read on Twitter, and that is just mind-blowing. That is incredible. Such an interesting Spain squad. They struggled in their first game, but Iniesta has just been the shining light, and he's been absolutely amazing. And last, but most certainly not least, we have Gareth flipping Bale. Now, there's no doubt he is one of the best players in the world. He's the biggest transfer of all time. And he, of course, if Wales are going to do anything, he's going to drag them kicking and screaming throughout the tournament. Scored 2 amazing free kicks in both games. I think his general play could have been a little bit better. The guy's obviously a bit tired. He's played a full season. But there's no doubt he is the pretty much the only reason Wales are playing as well as they are. I don't want to upset any Wales fans, but I'm sure you'll agree. Your whole game is based around Bale. That's the whole point. And that's not a bad thing. When you can make your team around someone like Bale, that's such an amazing luxury to have. And he's been fantastic. He's really lived up to what he needed to. Scoring 2 big free kicks. Obviously, nearly got the points for Wales and got the points in the first game as well. So, boys, that is the squad. I am actually going to make some quick changes, and then we're going to go into a game. Okay, right. So, this is the team that I'm going for. Obviously, it would be nice to have a little bit more Ken with Boateng and obviously Iniesta. But going forward, this gives us everyone but Payet in that like front 5 is on full chem, or right back's on full chem. Bonucci and Buffon are both on full chem. So it's not the end of the world. We've got a few good bits, and we're going to go into a single game and see how we can get on. Right, there we go. I've got a proper game now, lads. Let's see how we get on with this one. Oh, Bale will do that for you. That's one of the nice things about having him. Let's get Dimmy to whip this back in. Go on, Bale again. 2 good chances. Bale within 2 minutes actually doing what he would do or has done for Wales. A nice pinging shot, a great header. It's an easy bit of dribbling here. I've kind of overdone it though. That's the only issue. Cruz will take that though. Easy like a Sunday morning. A little bit of footwork. Get his back to the goal. And then just slot in Cruz. I saw the run straight away there. Just put it to his feet. That's a lovely little finish, to be fair to him. We'll take that 1-0 lead. Go on, lay that off. Dimmy in the box again. I'm just overdoing every single time I get in here. But if it leads to a goal like that, you can't complain. I'll happily tippy-tap it around the box if I'm going to get a goal like that. That's not bad from Dimmy. Right, here we go. Let's get a 3rd goal just to finish this off. Bit of Modric, no-touch dribbling. That wasn't it. That was 4. But Cruz will take this and he'll ping it. Soon as I like kind of try, I score. Like, this guy's not good. I spent the last like 30 in-game minutes just kind of like just chilling in my own little world. And as soon as I actually try, it's so easy to score. This team is genuinely quite fun to use. And I actually have found Cruz way more enjoyable than I thought he would be. The fact, like, he doesn't have 4-star skills, so that puts me off. But he's actually a really solid midfielder. He'll put in a nice cross here, though, on a plate for Payet. I thought that was it. I thought that was game over. Boys, that's basically the last few minutes of this game. Now, I may as well do the intro now. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know if, like we've done in this one, you enjoy seeing a game at the end of it. I don't often do it, but some people say they don't like it, some people they do. So let me know in the comments down below if you do like having the game at the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this little update of, in my opinion, the best players of the tournament so far. I think we'll get another one done maybe a little bit later on in the tournament or even at the end. Can we get a goal to... No, Payet. What was that? Boys, that's the end of the game and the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, of course, if you're new around here. Have a fantastic day as well, and if you're around at 2 PM today, I'll be on Crowd Scores, as I mentioned at the start. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!